Hello and good night. I usually put videos earlier in the day, but I am super exhausted. When I say exhausted, I mean exhausted. I'm on a fast. I'm not gonna say how many days, but I'm just telling you it's been a long time. And I'm on a fast, and today God just made a miracle for me. I'm saying about my day. I tell you, I've been trying to upgrade. I've been looking into a van. I've been looking into box truck. I've been looking into buses, and I'm just like, why I just don't get a fucking RV? Because I'm looking to pay for one, and all of a sudden I see one online for free. So I'm like, oh shit, this is good. The only thing that's wrong with it is it won't start. So I talked to the man. I said, yeah, the title. The man said, yeah, I got the title in hand. Just come to my house. I'll give you the title, everything. So I go, and today I, paid for the tow truck to come get the freaking RV, tow it to this guy's house who had to rent his prop, like to put the RV there. So I could fix it up while it's drivable, and then I could just be able to start fixing up the RV, little by little. Um, the thing, it was like I said, it was free. In the same condition that it's in, people sell them like to $300, $400. I got it for free. You can't beat free. I was going to pay money. And the same money I could pay for it is probably what I'm going to be paying to fix it. And God only knows what the hell is wrong with it. But I pray it's not really that much money, because once it's up and driving, I'm going to immediately start to work on the renovations for the inside. Um, it was free. I mean, it's such a blessing. It was not just a blessing. It's like, I don't know. It's like kind of like I had to go way out to the space. It was an hour out. It's like almost like God was showing me the future in a way, because I have been trying to look for land in the area. I saw a piece of property for 15,000, kind of like in the area, right on the same road on Beeline Highway here in West Palm Beach, and it's like an acre and some for 15,000. And he kind of like showed me like this is kind of like the area that you're gonna be looking in, and I was looking for places an hour out of West Palm Beach, because when you live way out in the boonies where it's wooded area, you can find property for cheap, and I'm looking for like an acre or more of land for $10,000. If God could give me a free fucking RV, I mean, my God, anything is possible. Because let me tell you, that's something that's impossible. Um, I don't know. It's definitely impossible, but God did it, and thank you, God, God, Jehovah, Yahweh, God, not these fucking asshole gang stalkers. Because they think they're God, bitch. No, but yeah, I'm just. He took me way out there, an hour out, and the property was 5 acres that I picked up the RV from. I didn't get the chance to look. The guy built the house from the ground up. It was a log cabin, kind of like house, and him and his wife were there, and probably the mom. And there were horses there. It was like very, very beautiful, kind of like rural area, which is like my dream to have, because I just like wooded areas. I don't like living in a city. I've always hated the city. And the guy was definitely a gang stalker. His friend was a gang stalker. His gang stalking ass friend came over, started talking weird subliminal fucking gang stalking code messages. But I need the RV, so I'm gonna just smile and yeah, give the fucking title, nigga. But um, when I was there, the wife started talking to me, because the wife, I don't know, she had like kind of like a cool vibe, and we kind of like was vibing, and you know she was like, I'm happy that it's you who got the RV, because you're gonna renovate it, and get to show us pictures. But those other people that came, I didn't really like it to go to them, because I don't know what they're gonna do with it. They're gonna just take it apart. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, well, where do you stay? And I was like, I'm homeless. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I stay in my truck. And she kind of like, was kind of talking, and then she asked me, she was like ass prying, like prying, and I kind of like was like, I felt comfortable to talk to her, so I started, talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, my kids were taken from me. My ex molested my son, and when I went to court, the court fucking screwed me over big time. What am I gonna do? And she's like, well, same thing kind of happened to me. My ex, this nigga got hooked on crack. He cheated on me with a 17-year-old girl, and I became a single mom. It was fucked up. But she said I always kind of like had a dream of having a 5 acre property, and now I do own a 5 acre property, and it's good. But I don't want to kind of like go that route because her husband's the one who kind of like is in the works. And that's the one thing that these crazy people have always kind of like threw at me is like, the only way you're ever going to have anything is if you are with one of our pagans. That's what I noticed that they do. It's like a negative and positive charge. They want you to be with one of the pagans. The pagan is going to bring you down. Your energy is so high and high vibrational, and they purposely match you with the person who's gonna bring your fucking vibrations and your energy down. It's a design in the game, and I don't want to do it anymore. I've done it twice, and each time was a long term relationship, and every time I kind of was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I met a guy at the beginning of this whole thing. His name was Andy, and he worked for like some AC company, and he was kind of cute. He was definitely my type, and he was a father, so, and he had been in a mixed relationship before, so he has an interracial daughter. But the thing with me was like he was a pagan. I could tell. And just for being with me, a few months later or a few weeks later after we first started talking, this nigga got a promotion all of a sudden. And they were kind of like nudging me to go to be with him, but like I knew that he was a gang stalker. I can't unknow who's the gang stalkers, and like that's the thing that I don't want. These people are trying to, program my mind that the only way you'll ever have land, the only way you'll ever own anything, the only way that you'll be successful is if you are one with one of our men. But every single time I've gone that route, they always take from me. They'll give me the world. I mean, when I say the world, I mean you don't even know the guys that these people threw at me. I mean, this time around, they gave me like the richest of the rich dudes that fucking own yachts and take vacations to other fucking countries and shit like that. Like their family owned shit and they had money, but money is not every fucking thing. These people with money, they got fucking deep rooted fucking problems, bro. They're narcissistic people and they will ruin your life. Yeah, they got money, but money is nothing but a tool used to purchase. Money can't buy your soul. Well, not mine at least, you know? And these people, they kind of like try to put that in me, instill it in me. And when I saw this lady, it kind of reminded me of what I could have been. Because my ex had land. He had an acre and a half, and I did not want or need for anything. But the price for all of this was to let him molest my children. Although me speaking up for my children and what happened to them, it got me here, homeless and being gang stalked. But I would rather be here, homeless, gang stalked, and knowing the truth and being able to stand up for myself and go to the court of God and make sure that God put curses on these motherfuckers. I've been gang stalked for 1 fucking year, overtly, and as God is my witness. In that year that I've been gang stalked, God has motherfucking showed up and showed the fuck out. The gas prices is up. Inflation is up. Shit is happening. God is moving in ways that these bitches can't even motherfucking counter maneuver shit. Can't nobody tell me God ain't real. You feel me? But this was the perfect route. Because when I was in the beginning of everything, I was looking to rent, I did all the things. I thought there was a way out. If I just, even though the police had did this to me, even though the justice system did this to me, there was a way out. But when I knew what the targeted individual program was, I understood why everything happened. The police is no good because the police knew beforehand that this man had already molested my son. And they were so crooked that they purposely allowed this man to keep continuously molesting my son. And people walk around touching their ass to make fun of my son. You understand? And the judge knew, and DCF knew, and everybody knew. And they were willing to do it for a few dollars. May those few dollars fucking never allow you to take another breath. I pray God stuff that fucking few dollars down your goddamn esophagus and choke the fucking life out of you bitches. Those fucking assholes. But I was working last year and I was trying to get help from this organization called the Lord's Place. I went to the state of Florida for help with community services and they denied me because I'm a targeted individual. When you're a targeted individual, they do that. I even applied for food stamps. In the state of Florida, food stamps are supposed to go to people who are homeless, and they chose not to give me the food stamps, and they cut my children's Medicaid off because I was a targeted individual. So I did what any other mother in her right mind would do. I cut off the food stamp, I cut off the case, and I gave everything to my ex, all the information, so you could apply for food stamp and Medicaid for the kids itself, and just leave me out of it. I want no parts of the state to give me nothing. I will have to get everything on my own. Because when the state gives you anything, they do this to you. You know? I tried to go to Lord's Place in community services to get some help. Yeah, I worked for since I was 18 years old. I paid my fair share of taxes. And when I really needed the state of Florida, when I really needed the justice system, you know, I'd never been to jail. And no offense to anybody that's ever been to jail. But when I really, really needed the justice system to come through for me, they fucking they took both of their hands and spread those motherfucking ass cheeks and showed me their fucking ass and the asshole and everything in there. And that day I said, I'm never going back to these people's courthouse. I'm never calling the police. I'm never dealing with this justice system because the system is so broken that the only way to fucking repair is to tear it all down. But you cannot build from a broken system. The foundation is crack beyond crack. Building on a cracked foundation is bound to fall. But it was a good thing that these people at the Lord's Place and the community service denied me. Because I was thinking, well, I could rent, you know. They'll give me $5,000 for a deposit and I can rent a place. And God said, no, baby. I'm thinking bigger than that. Like I said, I know the future. God is not a God of, all right, well, let's just wing it. God is a God of giving you a fucking future. If you read the Bible, God always gives people a vision. But for some reason, God always takes a long time. Because it's not about the vision, it's about the journey. God told Joseph he's going to be in high places. And Joseph was in fucking jail. Joseph couldn't see his way out. Next thing you know, he's the right-hand man to the king, you know? Moses was told that he was going to free Israel. He out here killing motherfucking, you know, guards. And next thing he's in fucking exile talking to a goddamn talking bush. Next thing you know, this nigga parting goddamn Red Seas. And he's the fucking, you know, man on a goddamn mountain, 40 days, 40 nights with a goddamn 10 commandments. The same thing with Abraham. God told Abraham, baby, you gonna have a son. This nigga was 100 fucking years old. Can you imagine? You talking about God take a long time. Abraham probably was 50. Shit, he probably was in his 20s when God told him this. And God ain't come through till he was a fucking 100, bro. Can you imagine? You know? But all these, God always does that. That's like his signature shit. I'm going to give you a fucking promise. And then I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late fulfilling that promise. But what are you going to do? Are you going to be like the pagans and join the other side because I'm late? Or are you going to wait for me? And I'm going to wait. Because I love my goddamn father. And I love him to death. Death over fucking dishonor any day. Twice on a Monday. And 50 fucking times on a Sunday, goddammit. You understand me? If these people never denied me those important services that I needed, I would have been forever dependent on the system. The same system that fucking screwed me over and fucked me in my ass without no fucking lube is the same system that I was dependent on to try to help me. When they were the same system that kicked me the fuck down. And God said, I don't want you to take anything from these people no more. Let them have their little system. It's going to be crashed down anyway. I'm going to give you something better. You don't need to have $5,000 deposit from these people. You can have money to own land. Land is not that much money. Do the research And then when that voice told me that, I researched and I saw land for not really that much money. I said, okay. I mean, if I save, I could do it. He said, yes, you can. You can do it, and that's what I'm gonna let you do. I'm gonna help you out. We're gonna come up with a plan, and I want you to own land. Yes, America is going to pay you money, and that money is going to make you a rich woman and establish generational wealth, and everybody's going to know your story about what America has done, the United States government has done, that they were willing for fucking experimentation on people. Because that's what the targeted individual program is. It is the American government experimenting, using weapons on people, seeing how they can control people. And the people that they cannot control, they make you a target in order to force you into submission. They were willing to allow two little children, my son Rafael Urias Jr. and my daughter Mercedes Sophia Urias, to be molested and to have the whole town of West Palm Beach and the whole Florida, anywhere I go, follow me. Do you know how many stores I've been to? Do you know how many stores I've been to? Every single store I've ever gone to, they follow me in those stores and they stick their fucking ass and gesture towards their fucking ass, cashier, no matter who the fuck it is, to make fun of my child for being molested. If I was lying, I would not say that. But I'm telling the truth. And one day when the truth comes out, someone is going to look through all those footages and they will not believe their fucking eyes to see that every fucking place I go. I mean, it don't matter where I go, how far. They do the same thing. So that means that everybody in Florida knew what this man was doing to my children. And they allowed it to happen. But that's okay. Like I said, God gave me a promise. Just because the promise is delayed don't mean the promise ain't gonna happen. I'm a true believer in God, you know? Sometimes you gotta put your money where your mouth is. If you're a true believer, even if God is delayed with the miracle, don't mean the miracle ain't gonna come true. You're still gonna wait. You know? And that's what I did. But God came through for me. You know, I've been watching videos on how to renovate, you know, RVs and all types of shit. And all of a sudden, you know, God said, why don't you look for an RV? Instead of looking for a bus and a van, look for an RV. Because the RV already has the whole layout and all that kind of shit, the plumbing, everything. And you just learn how to fucking renovate it. And, you know, you just have the shell. You could do it. And it probably won't cost you that much. But first you got to get an RV. I started looking for RVs. And, you know, they would cost you this much. Da, 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 da. All of a sudden I find one that's free. I tried to talk to the man, and you know, we talk, and all of a sudden today I got paid, which I did not even expect to get paid. I didn't expect to get this RV till next week, and some odd miracle, everything just fell today. Boom, I got paid. Once I found out I got paid, boom, let me contact the guy. Boom, let me get the tow truck. Boom, let me rent the property. Okay, that's good. I got the price for the insurance. Now what I got to do is fix the fucking thing up to make it drive on the road. Once it's drivable, right then and there, I'm gonna just start gutting that fucking thing up. You know, I already talked to my cousin. I said, listen, I'm gonna need to be parked at your house. You know, I'm gonna get to fucking work because, you feel me? I want to be able to save. I don't want to be uncomfortable while I'm saving, because when you're desperate, you just, you know, get into anything. That's what these people have pretty much done. There's a lot of desperate people out here, and they're willing to do anything to get out of the target individual program. That's why they join. But I don't want to be desperate. I want to be comfortable while I'm waiting and saving my money and get a nice land. You know, I want to get 2 to 5 acres for $10,000. That's what I want. If God could give me an RV for free, then God could give me that land for that price or less. I know it. But, you know, God is good. My birthday is next month. And, you know, it's I want to do something different. You know, I want to finish renovating this thing. And before my birthday, I want to be able to have this thing on a road and, you know, have been living in it. But, I mean, the renovation is going to be fucking costly. Not that costly, though, because, I mean, you just got to replace the roof and the floorboards. But, you know, if you do everything yourself, it's not really that much money. So, as long as it's driving, the insurance ain't really that much money, I think I'll be fine. I mean, I'm just so thankful to God, you know. God is good. God is like, I mean, my God be doing shit like you really couldn't believe that he's doing it. Like, I really didn't think that this was possible, you know. And I'm so excited to work on this thing, renovate it by myself. There's no man that's gonna help me. I'm gonna be doing it by myself. And I can't wait to put the title in my name, because this will be the first time in my entire life that I've owned anything. You know, this truck is not even in my name, it's for my ex. And, I'm gonna give it back to him, because this guy thought he was gonna stick it to me. He promised me this is how much of a narcissistic liar he is. This man lied on me and said that I was crazy, but he knows that he molests my children. And he's not even ashamed that people walk around making fun of the child for being molested. That's how much of a coward this man is. And the only thing that he ever gave me was this truck, and I communicated with him via text, and I called him and left him a voicemail. No contact ever. Because the thing is, the man wants me to go back and beg him, and I'll never beg a fucking pedophile for nothing. If the guy was a good person, or at least a decent person, even if he cheated on me, I still would be able to maybe have a decent conversation with him. But the fact that he molested my child, and he even participated in the gang stalking, that's T. Once upon a time, in the beginning of the gang stalking, I saw this nigga in the white car gang stalking me too. So imagine you being gang stalked and you being 100% innocent, and then the nigga who motherfucking caused the whole thing actually participating in the gang stalking too. You want to talk about cowards? Boy, boy, boy. That's why, ain't never been no time for me to just be by myself. Because usually I was very promiscuous of a girl. But I'm not promiscuous anymore, because the way that these people were, it dried my fucking pussy like the fucking Sahara, because I couldn't even believe it. Women are based on emotion, and to see the pure nastiness of these people, I was like, no. My children is my everything, and I don't give a fuck how much money you got, how big your dick is, what fucking stature you got, what job you got. You a pagan, it's a fucking no. You a goddamn gang stalker, it's a fucking no. You a Mason, it's a no. It's a hell no. But anyway, I just want to tell y'all how my day went. I'm going to be showing pictures and videos from the RV, so you can see what it looked like. And a little bit of footage from when I was getting it. It was a big deal, because it was super hard to do it. It was a lot of fucking shit that went into it, but I got it. And now the next step is to get it up and running, and then doing the renovations. So I'm gonna be vlogging that, doing the videos of every step of the renovations with you guys, uploading the videos so that you can see it, and then I'm gonna do a big before and after video. Stay tuned.